All right, is that it? Are we live?
We are live.
We are so live. Welcome to the Hi There Show. It is Thursday, June 10th. You are joined by myself, Nick Brunt, and my co host, Ian Conrad.
Hello.
He is there. Our mics are working this week. Welcome
Sweet.
to the Hi There Show, a UX design podcast where we take a dip in the ocean of app ideas and create what is probably an award winning app live on YouTube every week with our design
Definitely,
skills.
definitely a contender. An award contender where
Yeah,
we don't even know the idea going in, and within a couple of hours, we've got an award winner.
we're rolling, it's kind of, we're doing the awards circuit. We don't even really need users, right? We just need that killer idea, grab a pencil, a Webby. What are some app awards?
Yeah,
What's
well,
like the
Webby was
app?
one you said. I don't
What's
know any
the
other
what's
ones.
the app Grammys?
There's one called like awards with a bunch of A's at the first.
Okay, yeah, no, yeah, the List Apart awards.
Oh, okay, that's what that
Those are
is.
pretty good, I think. Those are big ones. So what's up? We're halfway through June, and that's weirding me out, man. I
Yeah,
know
is it
you've been working
summer?
hard at a new agency, at a new mystery agency.
New mystery job. I'll post it on LinkedIn. I'm just trying to get all caught up in life.
Yeah, get ahead of that eight ball. You just bought a house.
Yeah, just get everything settled. So many
What's
experiences, Nick. There's almost
so
too many
many
experiences to
experiences?
handle.
Yeah, it's an experiential world out there. I had a pretty good week. I'm slugging away. I have a discovery coming up, and I'm kind of looking at how to approach it.
Okay,
Those
interesting.
dang discovery sessions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of trying to. So I maybe you can help me out here. Um, getting put in a situation where you haven't had time to tee up a discovery, but a discovery is planned, and you need to shoehorn in your approach.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of at that phase. I don't know what I'm gonna do. What's a discovery phase? I don't. You just chat and ask questions.
Yeah, a bunch
You
of
ask lots and
questions.
lots and lots of questions about their business and their website and their what they want. So
Yeah,
I'm
where is it
gonna
the
do that.
project? Where is it at now? What are they trying to do? Is there anyone
Uh,
else doing it well? Not that, you should just copy your competitors, but that can be a source of just why, who's doing it well and why do you think that?
yeah,
Or maybe you don't
exactly.
think maybe there's no one doing it, and that's kind of interesting. I have a list
And
of like 10 questions that I'm like for those situations, like when I get into a meeting or something, or if I'm just like someone tries to talk to me about something new, I'll be
mhm.
like, hold on a second.
Let me whip out my 10 questions.
Yeah.
What are your high level business goals? What are some ideal outcomes for your users? That kind of stuff. The reason I brought this up is because I want to get everyone using FigJam. I want to do a sentiment analysis. I want to do a mood chart, flow graph, or whatever, but I want to get everybody in there and like clicking around and adding ideas and, mucking about,
I like it.
discovering themselves and our workflow. So, yeah, it's been a busy week doing lots of UX. I love it. But we're here at our show and we're going to mull over app ideas. So, I mean, we've really struck on this over the last few weeks. I feel like we want to help users. I feel like there's an ocean of app ideas out there. You got your dad, your uncle, your friend. They all have app ideas, and
Everyone
I
has an
think
app
that
idea.
everyone has an app idea.
I've
And
got
I think that
several,
this show, I have like
maybe.
four
I've had them.
probably.
I've had app ideas before.
I did have an app idea once,
Hmm.
but um, I think that this show is a good platform for us to use our design skills to try and like hammer them out of the park. And so we've been plucking them, not stealing them, more like not stealing ideas that people have posted publicly online and airing them out, but more like kind of robbing hooding them, right? We're just taking them and getting them in a better place.
Yeah,
And then
we're having a look at it. We're sharing their idea. I'd like to think that we're, you know,
yeah. Yeah, no. It's like a flower. They planted that seed on the internet and we're going to help them bloom. So I've got a list of app ideas this week. I think should we
Love to
start at the
hear it.
top?
Yeah, let's just. I'm gonna start writing some down.
Yeah. Should take some notes. All right. Let's dive right into it.
There we go.
We are doing this live, folks. All right, this first one comes from Reddit user Shy Guy 1080. Maybe I shouldn't name the service so people can find them. This comes from user Shy Guy 1080.
Shy Guy
The app-
1080p.
Yeah, what up? Get at us. This is a good one. Somebody needs to come out with Google Weather where you can go anywhere and get live footage and sounds of that area. So if you need a thunderstorm, emphasis on need, use Google Weather. Make a combination of Google Earth and Google Maps, but with live video and sounds. So I think what this user is suggesting is I should be able to use Google Map in conjunction with. Does Google have a weather service? Is there Google Weather?
Yeah, Google has weather. Does
Probably.
this person, are they trying to say like Google Street View, but for weather? Like live
So
Street View?
yeah, so like live video and audio of anywhere in the world so that they can hear what the weather sounds like before they go there, which is a fair use case. You know, what if there's a thunderstorm down the street and you want to hear it? You want to hear how severe it is so you know if you can go to Sam's Club and pick up a 36 pack of salsa or not. You know what I mean?
I do. So is this okay?
Is this what? Just say it. This is it. This is the platform. You can just say it here.
Is this for like I need to know what the weather is for a reason, or is it like for fun? Like I want a storm chase, or is it really just like it says it's raining in such and such a place, but is it?
So, and I will jump back to the user suggestion because the user, of course, is our client, right? You know, we gotta do what the client wants. So I think it comes down to, so if you need a thunderstorm, use this weather app.
Okay.
So I mean, the user clearly needs a thunderstorm. Maybe they find it comforting. Maybe the thousands of hours of recorded thunderstorms on YouTube aren't enough. I plucked this one out because this would really sort of reshape Google entirely. You know, the Google Maps, the Street Views, the services, because now we're talking about not just like biking around and taking pictures. You would actually need to install cameras and microphones. You know, you'd have to have Google mic up the entire planet.
Yeah.
And so that's a big money maker. That's a real bold, that's a big move. That's a market maker, I'm going to call it.
Yeah, make a whole new market. It's interesting. If you need a thunderstorm. All right. I like a good thunderstorm, though.
You like a good thunderstorm, do you?
Yeah. It's an event that doesn't occur that often.
All right, next one.
What's next?
A good way to display your preferred texting frequency to your phone and social media contacts. We all have an ideal texting frequency through our friends, or friends of friends, coworkers, Tinder matches, acquaintances, whatever. So we need a texting platform, I think, here that really makes it clear how often it is appropriate to be texting someone. Like if you're keeping within the bounds of this texting relationship.
Okay, interesting. Maybe, yeah. Did I spell appropriate right? This doesn't have spell check, does it? Or how to understand, like, when to set your own expectations. Like, oh, why haven't I gotten a response? Oh.
Exactly. There's some sort of indicator there, maybe like a countdown timer, to understand if you're in the green zone.
Yeah. Should you be worried or not? How often? Mm, mm, mm. Should I be worried?
I mean, that's a great name for the texting platform entirely. You could call it a whole social media network. Should I be worried?
Should I be worried? My friends all
I
have.
mean, it sort of cuts to the heart of it, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Should I be worried? I mean that. I mean, you could.
that
I
all my
could.
friends hate me.
I could take the. Should you be worried? Yeah, you could take that really far.
Yeah, totally. That's like the thesis of Twitter right there.
The answer is always yes. You should
Oh,
be. Of
ambiently, always
course.
yes. Yes,
It's more
totally.
like how. What should I be worried about? That's what Twitter.
Yeah,
This
like
this
are
minute.
my takes hot? Do I have my hot takes, or are these icy cold takes? Okay. This one comes in from user Redyum, a voice-only social network. Imagine a social network app similar to Twitter, but instead of reading words, you play short 10-second audio clips of whoever posted it. The comments are also only short audio clips and contain threads and replies. Imagine your Twitter feed, but instead of text and videos and fun things to read and look at and to delight and enjoy, it's just people talking. It's just voice. It's people talking into their phone, Ian.
Ooh, do you have to press play, or is it just you open it up and it's no? That wouldn't work.
I
I'm
would say you'd
trying.
have to press play. It's a Twitter feed full of play buttons and like length counters,
Hmm.
oscilloscopes.
Oh, yeah, it sounds awful. Could be interesting way to like play with how do you navigate audio? You know what I mean? How do you do that? Do you have to keep pressing play? Is it like an autoplay feature? Yeah, weird. Replies.
Um, okay. I guess that one's not going to float. Let's take a break into this one from Alex Roy 888. Name ideas for an e-commerce platform. Give me name ideas for a new platform like Etsy, but for the younger gen.
Ideas for an e-commerce platform. Oh, not name ideas, just ideas.
No,
They want
name ideas.
like what to call it?
Yeah,
Ah.
that's what they're looking for, which I feel like is an exercise in UX.
What was the, did they have any more info? Name ideas for an e-commerce platform
No,
like
that's it. Give me name ideas for a new platform like Etsy, but for the younger gen.
for the younger gen, like Etsy.
Yeah, I mean, Etsy isn't an e-commerce platform, so there's like a problem there right away. What is Etsy's name even from?
I don't know. Well, Etsy's where like you sell quote handmade things.
Okay,
Isn't
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
I
No,
guess
no, no,
it's
that's a commerce platform.
yeah. Um, Interesting. Like Etsy for younger gen? I don't know. Who's Etsy for?
I don't know.
Me?
No, let's just go the youngest gen possible.
Etsy. Yeah, what does Etsy even mean? I want to know. The etymology of Etsy?
All right, that's what I got.
Etsy. History. So I have to see if there's any info on Etsy. It's a bunch of people invented it. Took 2.5 months to build. NPR. Oh, one of the people said that he named the site Etsy because he wanted a nonsense word because I wanted to build the brand from scratch.
Perfect. I feel like that encompasses the names of every. So, like, I don't know. What are some younger gen words? Like thought
Chuggy's probably the newest one
or
that I've heard.
what is it?
Chuggy? I might not even be saying it right.
Chugi.
It's kind of like cringy, but I think it means like when you do stuff that used to be cool, but
I
think it's
think it's
still cool.
is it Shuji or Chuji?
It's definitely I think. I don't know. The only people I've heard talk about it are like 30 and up, so could be entirely wrong. Could be trolling. Could be not even a real thing. Maybe we're just being trolled. We're all being trolled. Etsy. Well, what would be fun to make? This Google Weather idea is interesting. What should we make, folks? What do you want to see? Drop us a line in the chat. So we need thunderstorms, texting frequency. The Etsy one is challenging. A voice-only social network is also strange. Any top picks? I think these first two are kind of interesting. Do the social media apps. Serviceable, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. What I'm waiting for you to react to one of them. These are the ones that I brought to the table. Is anything funny or sticking out?
I kind of like this Google Weather idea because I don't know where it could end up. That one's pretty funny. Like, um, it makes me think of whatever Batman movie it was because there's all kinds. The one where like they turn on like all the cell phones at once to find somebody, and then he's like, "I'm gonna destroy this technology afterwards because nobody should have it."
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wonder. Just thinking, because people have Google phones everywhere and Google Home devices. I wonder if you could tap into that in any way.
That could be totally cool.
Kind of like a horrible, really horrible idea in reality. Terrifying, but if you want to talk about feasibility, it's there. I mean, Amazon has the Ring doorbells that they let people use, right? You can see what's
Mm-hmm.
going on in neighborhoods. So it's not out of the question. Like, these companies do make deals with people for that data. You do sign away that data when you use the device. Imagine. They could detect, like, because you'd want the camera. So, like, if they detected that you had your phone out, could it, like, activate the rear camera and start start kind of streaming the weather? Or do you need to put cameras up everywhere? How can we source that data?
So that's the one we're going with?
Well, there's that leaning way. Displaying text frequency. What do you think? Any like hidden features
I'm
you've
getting,
got?
this is weird. I'm getting like terrible feedback. Can we just go to break for 2 seconds?
Yep. Please stand by, everybody.
All right, we're back. With almost unending technical issues, we're back. We're going to design an app. Oh my God.
Live streaming is like a house of cards.
It really is. I thought it was easy. Like,
It's
back in there, back in the 2012s, I figured it was technically hard, but now we're here in 2021. Like,
it's
not
easy. It's easy and it isn't, I think. It's like, it's very accessible, but there's so many little things that can go wrong, especially with audio. Why is audio harder than video to deal with? What the weirdest thing? Doesn't make any sense at all.
Speaking of accessible, your audio just cut.
Oh no. Can you hear me now?
No idea.
I think it should be coming through. Let me test here. Can you hear me? I think I'm good on stream, if you can hear me. Nope. Look at this, folks.
I should be hearing you through Zoom. I don't even know if I can hear me on the stream. Can I hear me on the stream?
We need an app. I want an app that tells if we can hear each of the... Tells if we can hear each other on the stream.
All right. I think I've got it sorted on my end. Sorry about that. Are we back? Are we back?
I think so.
All right. Cool. Okay.
All right.
Cool. Let's quarter to 10. First 45.
Try and make an app here.
Down the drain zone. All right. Let's kill these other three ideas. Let's move right into Google Weather.
Do you need a thunderstorm?
I need the thunderstorm, Ian. I'm gonna paste in the actual text here as well.
Okay. That might hold some clues.
Because I feel like it's solid for context. I'm typing it on my MacBook keyboard. I do have a mechanical keyboard here that I could type it in on, but I don't want to intimidate anyone in the audience with my heavy clacking.
It might sound kind of aggressive, yeah.
Listen to that clacking.
I find it extremely satisfying. Have a nice.
I find it extremely satisfying too. I was definitely in the camp that was sort of embarrassed for mechanical keyboards initially, and then I needed a small keyboard, and I don't know, it's backlit. It's pretty cool. I can't wait to annoy my coworkers with it.
That's a reason to get back into the office. Hey, check out my keyboard.
They're like, hey, your keyboard's awfully bright. And I'm like, yep. That's how I like it. All right, Google Weather. Somebody needs to come up with Google Weather. I don't think Google Weather is a service. I think Google does data tracking of weather, but there is no discrete service called Google Weather. Somebody needs to come up with Google Weather. That somebody should definitely be Google, because we might get in trouble. Let's call this something else.
Call it Thunder Chase.
Thunder
Just
Chase.
a working name. Because this
Thunder Chase Weather. I'll capitalize a W to get that in the name as well. Where you can go anywhere and gather footage and sounds of that area if you need a thunderstorm. Live video audio for current weather conditions. So, I mean, what does that even take? How does Google get its data for maps?
Well, what is it? Yeah, what do we need here?
Yeah, right? This might be the biggest use case in the history of mankind. So, I mean, I guess at a high level, you could say requirements. Let's say high level requirements, so everybody knows that you haven't thought about it very much.
Yeah, that absolves us from really having to get very specific.
Yeah, it's like I haven't done the work to figure this out, but at a high level,
you're gonna end up figuring this out.
I would say full audio visual capture in real time of the Earth.
Very important.
That right? That's probably part of that. No
big deal. That won't be too hard.
That's not a big deal at all. I mean, that's the high level requirement, isn't it? Front end that allows users to access, I don't know.
So how do you, okay, here's a question. So this person's use cases need a thunderstorm. So is this a thing where you're like, I want to find specific weather and look at it? Or is it like, I want to go to a place and actually see what the weather's like there? Because I'm looking on my phone. Maybe, this is Google weather. Maybe I have Apple weather and it says that it's sunny somewhere. And I'm like,
Mhm.
no, it ain't.
No,
No, I
no,
don't
it's not.
know.
I want
There's
to
no
check.
way. Is that the use case? Like, is it a trust?
So
Does this person
maybe
have a
it's like a
trust issue?
double.
Maybe have they had an experience with the weather app in the past that maybe has soured them? Like,
It could be like a FOMO kind of situation, like they're getting a weather system a county over, and I really want to hear that specific thunderstorm.
FOMO. Okay. When I That's interesting.
What would you call what we're listing right now? Catch points?
Like use cases.
Use cases?
Sure. That's definitely something that
Sure.
I've called something before. I've
It could be a use case. It could be a, I don't know,
or features,
desired goal,
goals.
desired outcome. This is the dumbest. This is the dumbest idea I've ever mulled over. Okay, use cases.
No way it'll
There's an
work.
element of FOMO. I want to see weather that is not close to me.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot drive there.
I think that kind of sounds like what's going on here.
That kind of sounds like what's
I want
going
to
on
see
here. I don't believe that the weather service is telling the truth.
It's definitely not. You know, the
About what
government's
the
the
weather
government
is really
the government's
like.
controlling the weather anyway. You know about
Totally. I saw a post the other day. Apparently, they're controlling the orbit of the sun or the orbit of the Earth and the moon in relation to the
Huh.
sun, to control our
Yeah.
climate. That's a
It's not a
thing.
coincidence. Climate change. There's no such thing as a coincidence like that.
No, did you hear about the thing that I'm referencing?
No. I thought you just pulled that out of some kind of weird conspiracy generator in your brain.
No, it's some American
Oh my
congressman,
God.
senator, one of them, some level of government,
Jeez.
asked the National Forestry Service if that was something that they could look into, because if we could change the orbit of the Earth and moon in relation to the sun, that would really affect our climate. So if the National Forestry Service had any information
Oh,
pertaining to changing the orbit of the Earth and moon, they should hand it over
so like
to.
how you might go about doing that, like if they maybe knew a way to get that
Yeah,
done.
like if they probably, I feel like the vibe was like, you guys know what's going on here with this whole climate and orbit thing, and you're not
Yeah,
telling us.
cut the crap.
And that was a real thing that happened.
That's I cut the crap.
Look,
Um,
cut the shit.
I'm stuck with.
All right, that's enough for me.
I-
Those are two good reasons to really overhaul how Google Maps works, I think.
Yeah, that's a real. That's troubling. You know about HAARP? HAARP?
I feel like it's like one of those scary acronyms that I don't know anything about.
Let me get this. It actually is real. I'll just.
Oh, these are the huge satellite
Yeah,
dishes.
the thing that controls the weather.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, that definitely shoots weather affecting beams. Wait, is that a conspiracy or are they really doing it? Because I know that we can make, rain clouds
Here
and
it is.
whatnot.
I don't know to the extent of what they're doing. It definitely like exists and like measures the weather, but people think that it controls the weather. I mean, it's weird.
Hmm.
Where's it located?
Probably does.
Well, it controls it a little bit, like
Like
heats
a
up the
bit, like a
sky.
tad. What's going on with this text color in this box? Oh, it's filled with an image.
Oh, that was me.
Amazing.
I wondered where the first image went. I've been
Wait, so can in
dragging
Figma,
them.
for all our Figma heads out there, can I paste appearance into this
I guess
text?
that's what you. That must be what I did.
I don't know how you did that. Cool.
I don't either. Oh, you changed
Very
the fill.
cool.
You change the fill to an image. Why does this even have fill? What would it be without an image? Oops.
Wait, so does that mean in HTML CSS there's image fills in
Like text color
text?
equals image source? No. Can't.
That's brutal. I can't think of. Well, I can think of like times when you would want to use that, but it's very specific.
The weird thing is I can't. If I remove the image, all the content goes away. Like, is it?
Well, you have to give it a new fill.
You're right. Wow.
The text exists, but there's no fill property.
Text is there, but there's no fill.
That's what Figma is doing to try and like replicate CSS, I think. Because that's how CSS works. Like I have text here, it's data. Now I'm going to assign properties to it or whatever.
It's kind of blowing my mind. Wild. It's crazy, Nick. It's crazy.
That's crazy. All right, cool. So how do we make this dream become reality? So I mean,
what does this look like? I mean,
we
need to
part of our
search
brief
some locations. Yeah. How do you get into this app?
Full audio visual capture in real time. Well, I mean, the front end is easy because it's Street Views, right? It's a map.
It's a map. Like
it's a map.
You're in the middle of it, yeah. Do we need like a map of like weather so that you can like choose where you want to watch, or is it like type a location in? Maybe it's both, or maybe it's like, hey, it's just some cool.
I
weather.
feel like it's like Street View, but it's audio visual. Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Mostly audio because that's what the user is asking for. Comes out with Thunder Chase Weather, okay, formerly Google Weather, where you can go anywhere and get live footage and sounds of that area. Footage, I feel like, is a tall order. Data, data cost.
Hold on. What was this user again?
Who was this user again? This was Shy Guy 1080. Thank you, Shy Guy 1080, for putting your idea out into the world for us to pick up here.
Shy Guy, we need to like reel it back a little bit, and we're gonna do what we call an MVP, or minimum viable product, or if you want to get real fancy, you could say minimum viable experience, or MVE, and. Yeah, that's the reaction you'll get. That's what if you.
I feel like the minimum viable experience is our app isn't broken.
You open the window and listen to the weather outside. Call your friend.
Hold on, but that's relevant though. I mean, that goes back to what are your business goals? Because sometimes someone will come to you for an app, and they don't need an app, and it's supposed to be a website or a whatever.
That's true.
Or a feature or a plugin or a TikTok or or whatever. It's probably just TikTok. What's TikTok selling
into a TikTok
these days? Well, if I'm like a brand and I want to engage TikTok, like what do I get? I just promote my channel, I guess.
Like pay money to TikTok and promote yourself?
You would have to. I mean, that's how they make their money. What was the other one? Snapchat? I mean, for the longest time, you could do like crazy AR filters in Snapchat for your brand and location-based.
Yeah. You know how TikTok, one of their revenue streams? You know, the songs, the song clips.
Okay.
They're paid to have those song clips in there. I thought they would have had to pay for the rights, but artists pay
Hmm.
to have those in there because it makes the music, it makes the songs popular. Who'd have thunk it?
Uh, that's that's really interesting. There is a lawsuit announced today between a number of music groups and Roblox.
Okay.
Because Roblox is sort of like a game that lets kids make their own smaller games and you all play each other's games. And part of that is uploading audio clips. And kids have been uploading like real songs into their little experiences for years. And Roblox never did anything to stop that. So after being valuated at like $7 billion, or $6 billion rather, yeah, all of a sudden they're getting sued for a lot of money.
Cool. It's like, good job.
Music rights, yeah, good job.
Fair use.
Yeah, you didn't. I'm sorry, this isn't fair use. You didn't totally chop and screw this remix. So it's not fair use. You gotta, if you don't, this is Generation Remix, or at least we are. So
Yeah, this is a substitute.
if you don't chop and screw it or fuck it up or, you know, edit it in some way, it's not fair use. I get a front end done. Front
Pretty
end's
much.
done.
I wish
Click a place, get
I wish all
audio.
the Fig Jam components were in this Figma. Maybe they are.
I wish I could. Oh, I can.
Black and white it? Desatch?
Desatch. Get it into, you know, wireframe mode.
I was trying to find a fun icon.
So I feel like the front end for this is the smallest mystery that we have to solve. What about the part where we get the data?
Where is the data? So audio. MVP is audio, right? We're Shy Guy. We're
Yeah, let's
I
start
like
with
it.
audio.
That makes
Yeah,
us.
we might not get to video, Shy Guy. I'm sorry. I hope you don't fire our agency
We'll get there. That's
or talk shit about us at conferences, but we'll get there.
better
a
not. I'll
journey.
talk. I got some things I can say about Shy Guy.
Yo, I was reading through his profile. Very aggressively normal person, and I was happy for him on that basis. How do you get all the audio in the whole world?
I mean, I think it's, let's just say hypothetically, MVP, we just put a sentence into like your terms of service for your Google phone, and then Bob's your uncle. Or you could, maybe when you get this app, you agree to like share your audio, and then at any time, like people can, like maybe it just accesses your phone, right? It's like if someone's trying to find stuff in your area, maybe it just is going to grab some audio from your phone to share.
So we create a sort of microphone mesh out of every phone on the planet.
Yeah, that sounds easy and legal.
I mean, that's gonna really infringe on people's privacy. I don't know if we're concerned about that so much.
I mean, no, we're on the
I'm
business
not.
side. You know, if they clicked agree,
They did click agree. I mean, that's a big part of this particular weather app is signing away all of your rights.
and because it comes bundled on your new Google Pixel, you're not
Right, so you don't even need the app. You're holding a Google Pixel. It's listening to you all the time anyway.
You're not going to read the fine print on that. We all know that. So, hypothetically, it's either that or there's like some kind of network and someone else, you have to pair up with them and then they share their audio with you. It's like you become like storm buddies. And
or the Google car stops every 35 feet and like installs a microphone.
oh, that could be it.
Which is not, they have the money. Alphabet's got the money.
I'm taking another thing from Batman, but it could be like, yeah, he just shoots out little sticky microphones everywhere, kind of like those Apple AirTags or something. They've got a battery
okay,
and a
with
low
like
power transmitter.
The glue lasts for years, but it's like deadly toxic.
Mm.
which is a problem.
Not well. I think
We're gonna have to educate the drivers that they, you can't shoot it around people.
yeah. Don't
In general, you don't want to be seen at all.
yeah. Maybe we should do it at night.
Mm.
Don't want to be well.
Mm-hmm. Like an airsoft gun full of sticky microphones
It's like a t-shirt
is what we're
t-shirt
thinking.
cannon, but microphone, little mics. What if I lost my thought. Must not have been good. Or it was probably great. What if well, I know. It was the toxic glue. It's like we'll figure out a solution for that. Technology will solve all of the problems that technology creates. That's an assumption.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm. Is that like, I feel like that's Asimov or something. Yeah, it's once we sell this back to Google, like once we sell Shy Guy 1080's idea back to Google, it will fund a chemical that's less toxic than we have now for the glue, for the airsoft gun full of microphones. We're gonna have to invent a microphone that's like kind of a little microphone, but also like, ties itself into local Wi-Fi networks to become like, smart to a degree.
Yeah, it's gonna need.
So okay,
you're absolutely right. It's gonna need to be smart.
So I'm going to break these out into options. Option 1, a network of Google Pixel phones. All Google Pixel phones are available to stream audio in a given area. So easy. You don't even know what's happening. You're just like chilling out and you're using your phone, and I'm using it to listen to you and the weather.
And there's lots of them, so you can get stereo sound quality. You can get like some kind of 3D experience.
Yeah,
if someone's using their phone, obviously, you're not gonna. You just move on to the next one. These are free as in available phones, right?
I don't know though. What if it just like discreetly flipped on your microphone, and that microphone went to a server, and then that server came to me? So you might get people like cooking dinner, like in that broadcast or whatever, but you can still hear the weather. It's an MVP shot.
Well, and I think our system's going to need to be able to do that so that we can use we're going to need to use some kind of machine learning model to and some kind of artificial intelligence to detect storms and weather. I wonder. I'm stuck on thunder, I think. Thunderstorm.
I mean, okay, yeah. I mean, at its root, this was a thunderstorm thing. Now I'm kind of feeling like more. It's like I should be able to hear any weather or any audio.
Pitter patter of a light rainstorm, a light rain shower.
Relaxing,
it's
gorgeous.
Pitter patter.
Yep. Bouncing off leaves.
Oh.
Or like hitting a metal storm drain is very nice.
Ding ding.
A little, pat, 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 pat. Puts me right to sleep. I mean, again, you can go on YouTube and just type that in and you'll get it. I'm sure if you type pitter patter, 10-hour loop, pitter patter.
Pitter patter.
You would get it. But that's okay, because we are going to force people. I think in this case, it's more like about forcing people to give up all of their privacy, so that we can capture audio from their phones.
Absolutely, at any time. Really. That's a good one. Like a microphone.
I'm trying to make like nice business looking diagrams. So this mesh of phones broadcast to a server, which broadcasts to our front end.
That's where we go.
And then we get our pitter patter. I wonder if I have an audio icon very close. I think I do, because I drew one the other day.
Type icon.
A very quick
You did
speaker.
draw
Sorry
one
to
the
the
other
client
day.
that I did draw this for someone. Get out of this horrible frame.
Yeah, break free. Here's another picture of
Get.
Harp. Kind of inspirational.
See, this is what we need. This is what we need, team.
Something like this.
You know? Exactly. Something like this. Like I feel like we're just fucking around here, you know? We're just talking about breaching people's privacy to capture audio off their phone in real time on demand. But like, what if we had whatever this thing is? I bet you
It
that
looks like it can do a lot of
that
stuff.
listens to some phone calls or something.
That's probably what it's doing. Where is it? Like Alaska? It just every phone call, it's like
It's probably so legal to know where this facility is. Interesting.
This view of it is, yeah, very odd.
So okay, we do need to keep this image around because this is very much in the vein, I think, of where this pitch is going.
There's
This
something just
pitch.
a little bit off-putting or unsettling about it to me. So yeah, I like it. Feels right. We're in the right vein here.
I'm just gonna spend 20 minutes making arrows like I do every episode. Don't mind me, folks.
Was this in any other movies other than like Batman, where they used all the cell phones?
Was that a thing?
Yeah, it was one of the Batman movies.
They used all the cell phones
where he had a back door.
Oh, so he
was trying to find,
and he could see anything. And for some reason, it displayed this information that the phones are capturing as like echolocation, blue swirly things.
Like and then Alfred's like, "This isn't good. It's not good for someone to have this much power." He's like, "Oh, I mean, whatever." But I mean, look at all the other stuff I have. Who like I don't so. I have like all these great,
and that's
like you think all my like weapons are legal? Like I don't answer. I answer.
Yeah,
to no
like
one. I'm a vigilante. No one even knows who I am.
I'm a vigilante. Half of these things in a cave could like kill someone, and they don't because I don't hit them with it. It always hits like right next to their head.
I don't
instead.
kill anyone. I mean, on purpose. I don't like shoot them with a deadly weapon. When I throw people off of buildings, yeah, I probably, I doubt they're surviving.
Every single time, Alfred's right there going, "Oh, I don't know about this one, Batman.
Just this one time."
That's what he says. Just this one time, Batman.
Batman. Oh.
Oh, Batman. Oh.
Batman, please.
He laughed.
I was 87 when when you were orphaned. It's like I'm so old. No one else will do this job. You won't trust anyone else. You won't let me retire. You won't let me hire help. Robin, where the fuck is Robin? University? Yeah, right.
Oh, I don't know, Batman.
Bruce.
Bruce.
This ages me terribly. Poor Alfred.
I saw this great clip today of a recent DC Batman Joker thing, and the Joker, this is one of the WB feature-length things, and the Joker had caught Batman, and he finally demasks him and realizes he's like a billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne type. And his first response is, no. I paid you for an electric car. I put a down payment on an electric car. Where is my electric car? and Batman's just totally fucking puzzled. All right, I think we can option one way down in that brown. We're going to use every Pixel phone on the planet.
Tapping in.
To act as an audio source that we can tap into in real time.
And give you those soothing sounds of those soothing claps of thunder.
Soothing claps of number. Let me see if I can use some of my audio butter here to make some thunder noises for you, if I will. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Shh. It's good.
That's the rain.
Gentle pitter patter.
So this is an ASMR kind of show now. What was option 2? Option 2 was that Google actually installs microphone. Google installs. I wanted to say microphones, but I guess we'll say miniature microphones across the entire Earth. That's it. So this would involve what did we come up with?
Some kind of
wireless microphones and some kind of glue compound.
Yeah, it definitely needs to be an adhesive.
If somebody's made an icon of an airsoft gun, well, there you go. They did.
I'm looking up T-shirt cannon for inspiration, but it's...
Oh, T-shirt cannon's cool because that's sort of a bigger payload.
Look at this thing.
That's a good idea.
Hold on. What do we got here? This thing looks like it goes on train tracks.
Wait, can I just buy a T-shirt cannon?
Definitely. It's America. You can buy anything. That's what the world is, buying stuff. That's what life is.
Whoa,
This
hey,
gun
cool.
Train. It's from...
So it's like, it's sort of a Gatling gun for T-shirts at like a football game?
So. I'm trying to gauge the size of it. The wheels on it are... kind of looks like a train.
So I'm on tshirtguns.com.
Okay.
An Allentown Toy Manufacturing Company. And this is an industry. Like, we got some stuff in here. We got the Bleacher Reacher Pro.
Bleacher Reacher.
Our best-selling handheld launcher. Shoots to the top deck of most arenas and stadiums. That's a pretty serious-looking model. View all cannons. What else can I shoot? Oh, here's one called the Stormbringer. Shirts get preloaded into shells. Shells top load into a magazine for quick firing. Okay. Extra shells can be purchased separately to allow for preloading in many shirts. Wow.
I guess I never thought you could just go and buy a T-shirt. How much are they? Oh, they're not cheap. The Bleacher Reacher's $2,000.
No, they're not cheap. Yeah, the Bleacher... No, so you're looking at the Bleacher Reacher Mega.
Oh.
Which is a powerful weapon. If you had a gun that could shoot a T-shirt to the upper deck, like, what is...
Yeah, what if...
Do you need to go
further?
What
if you shot something only, like, 20 feet away? That'd be awful.
Variable range of 10 to 400 feet. So, like, what's the lethal range for a T-shirt cannon? Like, how close do I have to be to one before I die?
If you turned that up to full blast, you wouldn't want to be close to it. No, I'm saying. Here's one
called the Stress Ball Repeater, and this seems to shoot stress balls at people.
That sounds like it would alleviate stress. It's like, hey, you stressed out.
In this case, it's
get ready. Open wide.
This firearm is about to go off in a public place. Get ready. I feel like the stress balls are secondary here. Like, this didn't start with, I really want to give people stress balls. What's a good way to do that? It started with, what can I put in this thing that I made in my garage?
Like, what can I put in this gun
that shoots at people?
What can I put in this gun that I can spin into, like, a positive thing that, yeah, I can shoot around probably legally, and it will be a while before anybody says anything. Stress ball. Because that's a gun.
These stress balls
come in. That's just a gun that shoots soft bullets.
It's just a gun.
It's a little cannon that shoots soft little cannonballs.
Should I send them an email about this?
Like,
maybe get in touch? Well, like, if I were to buy the Bleacher Reacher Mega Pro or whatever, and Like, could I put rocks in it?
Probably voids the warranty.
What would happen if I did? Oh, it probably
But I
voids the
mean,
warranty. What else can you put in there?
anything. Hold on, I'm gonna get this. I gotta get
Okay.
this.
Anyway, we picked the wrong industry
Yeah.
entirely. So, okay, how do we get to the Bleacher Reacher? We need the Google Street View car to be able to drive around town, and shoot small microphones onto surfaces with this sort of highly toxic glue compound that's going to stay there for years.
Yeah, and I don't think it's a far reach. You know, if you can shoot one thing, you can shoot another out of a gun, right? A cannon type device. So the fact that it's a microphone doesn't matter. It's just a little thing. You got this. Like the Google, this already looks like
I think that there's a
shine on it.
technical. We could. So a lot of routers will accept a media device without a password or login. So like you know, a printer or a scanner or something like that, like, can connect to your home router, but it doesn't need to go through the security steps.
Interesting.
My thought is these microphones are doing the same thing, right? Like, they're sort of parasitically soaking up internet around them. Geez, we'd have to keep them powered, wouldn't we?
With a battery, I think there's hypothetically there's ways to power stuff, I think, via waves. Isn't there? Like Wi-Fi. Does Wi-Fi create enough? I saw something
energy,
like it gets its electricity from like kinetic energy, but I think it has to be very, very low power. But I mean, we can go to the science team and just be like, hey, here's what we need.
X tens of millions of dollars, and they will come back in a few years. Yeah. It's so, like, you're thinking like kinetic energy, like it's a shake weight or something, like it's taking the reverberations from local traffic and converting that into low band energy.
Maybe. Or
okay.
Solar.
Solar could work. Solar could definitely work.
Charge it up when it's sunny. Kind of wouldn't be kind of the opposite thing for a thunderstorm, and solar powered things, I guess, don't go hand in hand.
Well, you had mentioned the wireless energy thing. So, like, what if, you know, you could have a Google guy, like, just sort of come by and, like, irradiate it, just, like, shoot energy at them somehow.
It just, drives around and, like, kind of, irradiates that some kind of to power everything. We have to invent wireless, I think.
Did you read about? Okay, well, I mean, we'll get there. I did read this week about a team at MIT that, like, invented this new energy.
Do tell.
It was like that was the title of the article. It was like, team at MIT develops completely new way of generating electricity. And it was like crushed nanotubes, like grinded in with some other particle, and when they interact with each other, they create electricity. Okay, you're designing down there. I like what you got on the go for option 2.
I'm trying.
I mean, these are solid directions that are really gonna sort of make for a good pitch.
I wish I could, like, I'm trying to do some kind of magic wand where I just isolate that. God.
Does it have multiply?
Yeah, I think so. I've never known what that stuff does.
Multiply will pull white out of something. It'll sacrifice the rest of the values, and, like, it's not a good way to cut something out, but if you're ever in a pinch, pass through. Oh, there's multiply. Look at that. Let's make gun noises.
Where's multiply? I see solid and linear and diamond. Oh, this is the gradient. What am I doing?
Up under layer, it's very top, like click an image. At the very top, you'll see pass through.
Where? Oof. Wait, did you do that or did I?
I did.
It's like I clicked the wrong button and it did the right thing.
I'm really appreciating Figma right now because that image is like 1273 by 1025 and looks like a postage stamp on my view. I like it. All right, so we got Google Gun Car. It shoots little microphones, highly toxic glue. We could use like, you know, that stuff where you see on the commercials where they like fill like a crack or like some insulated space and they spray like this yellow sort of foam that
Yeah,
just
that
like
expanding
expands and
foam.
turns hard.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, good old expand.
I know what you
Like
mean.
that.
Get it really like stuck to
There.
everything.
Yeah, no, we want it like in the infrastructure of the earth. You ever think you're typing and just hit a million shortcuts instead?
Never. Oh, this isn't a photograph of a microphone.
No, that's good. That's what we want. If you were to take the base off and sort of sharpen it,
Yeah, it would
you know,
stick into things. I wonder if I can do that in
it's just
Figma.
like think. The photos cars become turret equipped.
All right, so I'm gonna go with a little more modern microphone, I think. Yeah, let's shoot them out this way. Get on to something here.
Yep. Okay. Okay.
So it goes.
Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. No, we want to go end first.
Well, the spike, right? That inspired me. So yeah, you can jam them in here. And
fit them in the tube.
yeah, it's full of microphones. Get that lined up nice. How do I make some precision? How do I drag and not click to a... Oh, there we go. Just do it. You just do it. That's how.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like you have it.
Oh, shoot.
It's okay. I mean, this is gonna be a pretty expensive option.
Yeah,
I feel like.
Google has deep, deep pockets, though. Don't forget. Money's no object. I guess it's a minimum viable.
Boom.
This is the
I love that you know what noise that makes.
Satisfying. I mean, this is the minimum viable. You should see, like, if this was anything more, it would be way more expensive. Polygon.
That is a great motivator. A great motivator for your team is, what if instead of minimum viable product, we were talking maximum viable product?
Yeah, like, let's not cut any corners here. Let's get it right.
And then
from the start.
And your team goes, but we don't have enough money to do that. We would have to work all night forever. And then you're just kind of like hand waving, like, yeah. The ideas are on paper. I'm out. And then you leave early because you're a designer and that's what designers do, right?
Yeah, I just punch out. Someone else can do it. Whoa. Hold on.
YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. What are you up to over there?
Is it not streaming?
No, it's fine. We just got like a connection warning.
Not enough
YouTube.
fibers. Not enough fiber. Fiber in my...
Live streaming isn't available right now. Did YouTube just go down?
Hold on. What do you... From the studio end, it looks okay.
Looks okay on stream too.
Weird. Silly YouTube.
Whatever. It works. Silly tube, as I like to call it. All right. Option 1, option 2. All Google Pixel phones are available to stream audio to a given area, which I think is a great idea.
Nothing. I don't think there's anything wrong that could happen. That's for sure.
I highly doubt it.
I'm trying to get really trying to copy this. That's close enough. I'm trying to copy this color. A little spike.
You drew the spike. That's what you were doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I love it. It's genius.
I was trying to.
This is what prototyping's all about.
I was trying to put the
know?
color. Oh, I'm getting this weird thing too in YouTube.
Are you? Yeah. I'm not sure it's us. Our connection seems okay. You're not downloading Game of Thrones over there, season 4,
No,
are
there's
you?
no Thrones downloading. Well, we'll just go through and see what happens. We'll check it in post.
You're not downloading the newest season of Suits, are you?
Heavens, no.
I don't like those serious shows. I'm more into like Big Bang.
The Big Bang Theory. Yeah, I need to know when I'm supposed to be laughing at a joke. Or else I feel awkward.
I'm sure everyone in the world has seen this, but have you ever seen those clips and it's like,
oh my God.
You know, like Big Bang without the laugh track?
Yeah, it's kind of depressing.
Whatever. I think if you were to say that to those people, Johnny Galecki would be like, "I'm worth like $100 million." Like, I don't
show?
care.
I don't even watch it.
He's like, "Have you ever watched an episode of that?" And he's like, "No, man, I just got all that."
I've got so
Not very
much money
good.
to spend that I can't watch TV shows.
He's like, "I'm more of a reader. I'm more of a
I
reader."
like intellectual pursuits. He's not the guy who I don't even know who that is. That's not who plays Sheldon, is it? He might actually be into that.
Johnny Galecki? No, he's like the main
yeah.
dude. What's his name? The head nerd. first nerd. Sheldon is Jim Parsons.
Okay.
It's absolutely horrendous amounts of money, is what I'm saying. Who knew? Who knew those silly boys? Well, I did. I always believed in them. But anyway.
From day one.
Man, you're going to town with this gun car. That's perfect.
I'm trying to get. I'm just working on that. Don't worry.
Becomes turret-equipped machines capable of firing sticky microscopic microphones onto most surfaces around the planet. Microphone feeds are available to users of Google Weather. So, I mean, Shy Guy 1080, we're getting you there. You know, and obviously it's an engineering concern. Obviously, it's sort of like a human rights and safety issue right off the bat. But, you know, we got to get there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, no one would get anywhere in this world if we just shut down ideas because of, you know, human rights violations and privacy issues. It's like we need to push through it, and we'll work that stuff out later.
Yeah. It's post capitalism.
Late.
Is on the other side of that hump, I feel like. Okay, I see where you're going for here. It shoots it at the business.
Well, it's just driving down the street, right? And then you get like one of these, and it's just like, should make it smaller because the microphones are small.
Well, they've got to be small because again, where we talk about privacy and human rights violations, if the public were to find out that option 2 was happening, there would be kind of a civil uprising, rioting, that sort of thing. And we want to step away from that.
Yeah, we don't want to cause any. It's just a thing for some people to enjoy weather. Like, stop making such a big deal about it.
It's free, isn't it? Do you want weather to be free?
Yeah, you're gonna.
It's completely free, so you got to let Google drive around and shoot microphones and everything, so that we're able to get a consistent
pay
feed.
for the weather. No.
Do you want to pay for the friggin' weather? Do you pay for the weather? I don't pay for the weather, I don't think. I pay for news now. I pay a local news outlet. I enjoy quite a bit.
I need. That's on my list of things to do.
Yeah, I'm about, and you should just give them their money.
Just give them their money.
I don't even. I don't.
Just pay a little bit extra.
Well, it's a local paper. We're in Halifax, Nova Scotia. It's called the Halifax Examiner, and it's run by this hard-nosed, highly respected journalist. And I don't even look at the news anymore. I just go to his Twitter account.
Yep, he's a sleuth.
That's the news.
Get that.
He's a sleuth, an old gumshoe. You know what I mean? That's what I want out of my news. A real pavement slapping, some guy just chain smoking and drinking coffee all fucking day long.
Probably he's got like 3 fingers of bourbon.
Really... Dog. Easily 3 fingers, and he's like on the trail.
Always on the trail.
He's got a big magnifying glass. And he's my dad. We haven't talked about an option 3 yet. I cannot fathom what option 3 would be. Option 3 would probably be allow users to tune into locally available weather cams, because those are a thing that we have not mentioned during this episode. And I don't think we should, because it's going to really tank our sort of forward thinking next level idea here. But that is a thing that you can do. I don't think they have audio.
Don't. Yeah, well, we've got like it. Yeah, I thought of the Nova Scotia webcams angle, right? Is that what you're thinking of?
Well, what if we showed them a webcam and we just pulled storm audio based on their storm? This is where we get your machine learning idea in. We get machine learning to understand what kind of weather cam we're serving the user and find appropriate audio for it.
That's cool. I like it.
So like if it's a spring day, if it's a lovely day, we get birds, we get, a light wind. If it's if it's pitter pattering, those little rainy mouse feet running across the gutter. Oh, so cute. We'll serve them that. That'd be really cool.
It's like the pitter patter of
we could get
of fingers on a mechanical keyboard. That's almost a thing.
Can you imagine if that's what rain sounded like? I have a mechanical keyboard here. I'm just writing a work email. Hold on.
Yeah, just give me a second.
I like my mechanical keyboard. I'm just going to say that on stream. If we have any users out there, any audience who are into mechanical keyboards, please DM me so that we can talk about mechanical keyboards, because now I want nicer switches.
Go to mechanicalkeyboard.com/The Hi There Show.
Nick Brunt. Yep. Use offer code Hey Hi There to get 15% off your mechanical keyboard. Now, I saw there was a reputable brand that came up for sale, and I needed a smaller keyboard, and I'm into it because it's backlit. So the whole keyboard deck is full of LEDs, and then each key has a different LED in it.
That is, to me, next level.
Oh, it's totally next level. And I'm sitting there, and it's just like shooting rainbows. And my partner's like,
why?
Like, is that for work? And I'm like, it is. I need this. I needed this for work. I need to be comfortable.
Are you sure you need that? I've been going without this for so long. And I really can't believe it.
I needed it.
Truly.
No, here's one. I didn't know I needed it, but I really need it. How much was it? Oh, like half of something else. It's more expensive. It's fine. It was on sale. It's on sale. We are at 10:38. We haven't taken a mid-show break.
We haven't. I'm going to take a little refresh and come back, and
I think let's take a few. Maybe we'll, I don't know.
Let's come back and finish our thoughts on.
Let's regroup.
3. Yeah, it's time to regroup. We need a break. We need to let these ideas sit for a second, I think.
Yeah, I'm sick of these people and this thing and the internet. So
All right, we'll be back in a few minutes, folks. Stick around. Ooh, live.
All right, we're back. We're live. June 10,
June 10th. We're designing
10 to 11
apps.
Atlantic Standard Time. We're designing apps. We're designing Google Weather. So we had a
what does that
request from a
mean?
user, Shy Guy 1080, my boy Shy Guy 1080, who I will reach out to someday. Somebody needs to come up with what we renamed it. Somebody needs to come up with Google Weather where you can go anywhere and get live footage and sounds of that area. So that's pretty cool. But when obviously, we'd have to add an audio channel to Google's data feed, and what would that require?
Yeah, and it kind of sounds sort of like a Street View type thing, but for weather ish in a
Weather,
way.
I
And
mean,
the trouble with that is like Street View happens and you can go back and look at it, but real time, where does all that craziness come from? How do you provide that in real time?
oh, we get a couple of good options here. Option 1, all Google Pixel phones on Earth, should be in brackets, are available to stream audio in a given area. So that's where we just sort of like, users agree to sign away any semblance of privacy that they ever had, and we can listen into their phone discreetly, of course. That way you're going to get, the sounds of the area. You might get someone cooking dinner or like, yelling at their kids.
But the important,
that's part
the
and
important
parcel.
thing is you're going to have an interface that allows you to choose the location for where that happens.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going
to get audio. Option 2, Google installs miniature microphones across the entire Earth. So this is the one I like.
Innovative.
So this is where we get the Google Street View car, that car that everybody has seen at some point. Driving along, we're going to equip that with sort of a t-shirt gun that's capable of, I guess, forcefully installing microphones.
I mean,
into most surfaces
it's
on
a concept,
Earth.
but we need microphones everywhere. How can we get them there? We know that Google has these cars that they drive around for Street View anyway. So,
which, to be fair, at the time when it was like, what are they gonna? Are these mucky mucks down in Silicon Valley really gonna drive a car around and take a picture of everything? And they did it. So to me, mounting a sort of air-powered cannon to shoot microphones into things isn't that far of a stretch.
It's got like a compressor; it can keep compressing more air, and somehow it has lots of microphones stored like in some kind of like belt, like an amp mics.
Okay, yeah, like a clip.
Yeah, I mean, again, they might not end up being like real microphones, like these kind of whatever you call them. But anyway, the microphones.
No, I mean, we have to hire an engineering team. We're going to have to build a system where the car sort of recompresses the air as it's driving. I mean, that's just it's a whole
There's work
thing
to be done for sure. I won't say that this is a fully fleshed out, but I feel like conceptually it's an avenue that we can present to people.
But like, hey, let's talk about vertical integration, Google. Let's talk about acquiring microphone startups. Let's talk about acquiring companies that are going to create the highly toxic glue that keeps these microphones in place. There's a lot of industry there that has to happen to make this happen. That's a lot of jobs. I mean, that's
who's doing
Google,
this already?
Right?
That's a great question, Nick. There's probably someone we could buy to just leap us right where we want to go, or get us way closer, way faster.
Right there. I wonder who is leading in sort of the aggressive secret microphone space that we could tap to take advantage of. But I mean, those acquisitions are in the billions. That's going to take months to figure out. Option 2 is definitely the coolest. Probably the most expensive. Probably the most lucrative.
I would say it would, lucrative, and I would say it would get us a lot of attention for sure. Like this would make the press.
Oh my God! Well, the same way that people used to run out to greet this, the same way that people used to run out to greet the Google Street View car, so that you'd find yourself on Street View. I think people are going to be like, "Oh my God! I got shot with a Google microphone." I'm fully embedded with Google now. I'm a Wi-Fi enabled audio streaming device.
Totally free
Wi-Fi
to your house. Just like shoot a bunch in here, get them in there. I want some microphones.
Get them in there. I want a couple. I want
I
to
have nothing to
contribute.
hide. Put them in. Get them in there.
So option 3, which we haven't
It's also
written
very
out,
innovative.
is innovative. It is innovative. Innovative. Forward thinking, innovative. Option 3. User is served webcam footage of local weather cam. Machine learning AI analyzes the video feed. My typos are brutal. Machine learning AI
See any typos?
processes video feed and serves audio from YouTube to accompany the
I
experience.
like where you're thinking, Nick. Because
Right?
Google already
So
has YouTube.
this is where Google already owns that YouTube, and there's tons. I mean, if you go on YouTube and type weather sounds, there's no limit to it. Now, you may get a thunderstorm that has like somebody playing a kalimba, you know, very lightly in the background. Maybe you get some like light techno, some like adult contemporary stuff.
Bossa Nova, maybe.
You know, a little bossa nova, sort of meditative rain track. But the key is that you're going to look at a local weather cam. It's going to, the machine learning AI is going to understand what it's looking at and then serve you weather sounds that are appropriate. So it's sort of an augmented weather experience.
That's really interesting. And that sounds
that's actually completely doable, which is,
you know, yeah, all everything aside here, I think that is the most feasible. Well, the microphone one's feasible too. Technically,
I mean,
probably not. You might get some pushback on that, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, standards, regulations, even like people's emotional sense push against that one in a severe way. But I mean, would it be a true statement to say that every city on Earth has a webcam near the airport for some reason?
That sounds true.
I'm going to go ahead and say here on YouTube, this is a real fact.
Let's just.
Every single city on Earth has a webcam on a traffic pole near the airport so you can check the highway.
That makes sense. So we can use that as a...
What are you clicking on over there? I hear you clicking furiously, and I'm excited for what you're about to bring to the table here.
I'm just trying to find some weather webcam pictures.
NovaScotiaWebcams.com, baby.
I don't know if I can do it and stream at the same time. But I wanted one with like a bird in it or something, because there's ones where there's birds.
Oh, they've upgraded. Can I show you this? Can I show you this sweet weather cam shot?
Please.
It's on the Figma canvas.
Oh.
So like, I mean, so right now, this is an edge case, an interesting edge case. So what if the weather cam is happening at night? I mean, obviously you're not going to see what the weather is. The fact that we see the moon is kind of cool. We had an eclipse this morning. I heard it was only here.
Yeah, kind of forgot all about that. I've seen...
What else is in here? We have the lobster. We have the lobster wharf in Yarmouth.
The lobster wharf? Hey, there's the lighthouse. Well, what's that? Bring that one in. A lobster wharf.
I'm bringing that in.
Okay. You know, you could throw in like a seagull, like a gentle kind of splashing.
Oh, okay. So we've been talking about audio augmentations, but what if we could also do sort of animations, maybe? Like where you say, like, well, it's appropriate to have a seagull here because we're seaside. What if there's like an HTML5 thing that fired? We have a script that fires. It says seagull. Seagull animation happens across the screen.
Seagull animation with sound. I mean, we might need to augment it. That's all I'm saying. That's one option. I guess we're straying a bit from this thunder, but that's the whole idea. That's just one. That's just one use case for it.
I do find it funny that the second weather cam that I found in Nova Scotia was of a lobster wharf. A wharf where lobstering happens.
That's where the.
Although, look, bud, I don't know if that's a real picture down Yarmouth way there, because they'd be drinking on the back of that boat.
Yeah, there ain't no. Yeah, that's
little mariner humor
there ain't
for you.
Nobody on that boat. Where's Buddy? Bye.
Where's Buddy? Where's Buddy? Okay, great. No one will get that. So we have some use cases here. I mean, what do you do at nighttime? I'm thinking maybe more of a spooky thing, like for the moon shot. Maybe the AI is going to return something like the Monster Mash, or what are some other spooky songs? That's the only spooky song I can think of.
It's the only spooky themed song that comes to my mind.
It might be the only spooky song is the Monster Mash.
It might be, because there's scary songs, I'm sure.
You could do like an Eminem Kim. Do you remember that song?
No.
No, is that a no-go reference?
I'm not cool enough.
Yeah, I feel like it maybe works the opposite way with Eminem.
Oh, here's one. Speaking of M&Ms. Look at that. I could hear. We're off thunder already. Thunderstorm, damn. I can hear this one though. Like, that's good. I like this. I want this now. I'm coming around.
Okay, hold on. And I have an answer for you. I have an answer for you right now. Right? And it's like, okay, well, I've got this. This is our weather in this area. What do we pair with that? Boom. Seaside meditation.
That's amazing.
Right? And then Lobster Wharf.
What sound does a lobster make?
Clicking?
Yeah, probably something like an alien. Whatever sounds.
Well, look, I found this. I did find this clip. It's not music, but I feel like it will be a decent compliment.
Yeah. It's from NovaScotia.com. So I feel like that's from the source. That's like verified, authentic.
I asked Google, what's the spookiest song? No, none of those are spooky.
The spookiest song. There's Brain Eaters.
According to Google, it's The Becoming by Nine Inch Nails.
Okay. That sounds scary, though.
Yeah, the Misfits are pretty good.
It's beyond spooky.
Well, okay, for this nighttime shot, maybe we'll just go ahead and get a picture of Danzig.
Yeah.
There we go. We got Danzig with his moobs.
Hell yeah. Buckle. He's
still out there. Oh, man. A costume designer made that belt buckle.
It's like, I want it bigger.
He's kind of ripped.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to tell him if he was in a store with me and he had his mask kind of down over his nose a little bit. I wouldn't say anything to him. That's
from 150 feet away, you'd be like, that's Glenn Danzig.
Yeah, I'd be like, nah,
They're like, that's Danzig. I don't want to fuck with that. I don't want to deal with that. He looks like Jack White's like tougher older brother. All right, we'll get Danzig in there. So he's obviously going to be a big part of this whole thing. So I mean, we can match YouTube clips with images. That's the easiest thing that we've proposed here.
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, the interface, normally we design an interface on this show. I don't know. You get a map and you fucking tap on it.
I think we can all use our imaginations on what the interface for this is like. It's...
I love that. I want to use it in a meeting. Listen, now that we've gone over the concept and I think everyone's really excited about it, so I don't want to sully that feeling with like real designs or thought or like a plan. So let's just go with the concept.
Yeah, let's leave it at this for now. Solid. I like it.
Yo, Jack White, it's me, your older brother Danzig. Why don't you get tougher?
Oh, I'm sorry.
And he's like, I just want to play like my weird alternative folk thing.
Yeah, I made this guitar out of a 2x4 and an old telephone from 1872. When were telephones invented? That might be historically inaccurate. You get the idea.
Nothing good came of it, I'll tell you that. It was like we had telephones one day, and then the next day my mom was sharing like dubious memes on Facebook. I don't like it.
You toss a minion in there, and then they'll get anyone.
Minions as a meme template. You know, that was actually one of the ideas that I wanted to talk about tonight that I came across on the internet, and it was a marketing agency that focused squarely on memes for big business. Okay. So say you're like a Coca-Cola and you see all these like dope minion memes going around, right? Making all these like great points about like how like millennials don't get it or whatever. And you want to engage. So like, who do you call about that?
Who do you call?
You know, not Disney Pixar, not DreamWorks Animation, the people who make the Minions. You call this marketing agency, and they make memes for you. Somewhere at some point in time, somebody must have been making memes for a giant corporation for a living.
Well, Fuck Jerry was making...
Must have. It's probably happening right now.
Didn't Fuck Jerry make memes for... who was that super rich guy that was running for president? Bloomberg? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They made some really ridiculous memes for him for probably a lot of money. I think it was him.
I saw a documentary about Fuck Jerry, and Jerry's just a huge asshole.
Yeah.
It was shitty to his employees.
Yeah, they're not good, and I think they steal all their memes, and they're not funny at all.
Can you imagine somebody who makes memes not really understanding how business works? That's crazy.
Doesn't make any sense.
Nothing makes any sense except for Danzig. Blah. He's not even blawing. He's like singing like that fucking Eagles song. Nice... Oh. That's my Danzig. Hey guys. This is a really fun party. I have this impression. I do a good Danzig. Oh.
Oh. All right. Well.
All right. That's an easy sell. We're at 11. I feel like we're gonna wrap it up.
Hey. La 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 la. All right. Yeah. We're just making.
Hold on. Name one Misfits song right now.
Brain Eaters. I think that's one.
Nice. I was thinking, is it Where Eagles Dare?
Oh, I don't know. I have a Misfits record.
I do too.
Walk Among Us.
And it's like a best of or something. Yeah, Where Eagles Dare. Good song. Googling. That's kind of the advantage to a live stream versus an edited presentation is I can just take a full 30 seconds to Google something.
That's what it's all about. That's what the people are here for. I mean, look at all the stuff we've done. I've got like our full, like, our, what you'd call it, a board. This is our concept board.
A concept?
Concept board here.
Yeah, it's a concept.
Let's package this up and send it to Shy Guy Kennedy, and be like, hey, is this what you were thinking? Can we get your feedback on this, please? I wonder.
I think that's really funny and like could be a component for the show moving forward. For sure.
I'd like to do it just as is.
Hey, we saw your idea and we put together a few thoughts. Here's like an extensive PDF.
All right. Well, let's think about how to do that.
Or like,
let's make it happen.
Think about how to do that. What is a brief? I feel like we're keeping it loose. But all right, that's it. Thank you so much. Despite all the technical errors that we almost constantly have on the stream, thank you for joining the show. All our viewers, obviously, hit that like, hit that subscribe. It definitely helps with the YouTube algorithm. You can check us out on twitter.com at @HiThere/HiThereTweets. I'm on there too. Nick Brunt. Ian's around at Porcelain Duck.
Porcelain Duck.
Check us out. Like all the stuff. Support the channel so we can keep doing this. And we love you each individually and truly.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything you want to say?
You just took the words right out of my mouth.
Listen, we know every one of you by name. We think about you, and we really appreciate it.
See you next week.
I actually mean that very sincerely. It shouldn't be so shitty. All right, see you next week. Thank you.
9 p.m., 8 Eastern. We'll live again. What do we come up with next? Tune in to find out.
Literally don't know.
That's the fun of it.